What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Appreciate it. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all doing all right. Not doing too bad. Not doing bad at all. Make sure everything are set up right before I get started. Just a second. All right, got that back under control. It's been a while, a little rusty. It's been a few days, it's been a little while, and I start to get that itch. So you guys know how it is when you have that creator itch and really need to get back out there. So that live streams here are usually by the cuff and usually a place to kick back. So I really decided to catch back up with you guys. So how are you guys doing? Like I said before, I'm not doing bad. I'm just trying to take care of myself, take things one day at a time. And if you've been watching, it could be pretty hard to keep yourself together. Get this back. Get this right over here. All right. God, guys, don't take off too long. If you're doing this, don't take off too long because you get bugs, and you kind of got to work around them. All right, man. I really didn't. I didn't. With all this stuff going on, I wasn't really going to come in. because I usually like to take a back seat to all the stuff going on, and I know it's probably counterproductive to the actual workings and inner workings on YouTube and having a channel and promoting the channel and making sure that your content gets out to people in a timely manner. But that's how I am. This is a balanced channel. This is a balanced channel, and I like to, I like to just sit back and observe. I like to be a spectator of the things that are going on. I don't like to rush into into these into these situations, or I don't like to rush without a lot of information to go off of. So I just sit back. It's been a lot going on. You guys already know, the Roe versus Wade situation on Capitol Hill with the Supreme Court of the United States. And if you're listening to this and if you are heading in, let me know what you think about the whole Roe versus Wade situation, because this is a balanced channel and I like to stay balanced myself. Hold on. So I don't like to pick one side. I like to play devil's advocate. I like to sit back and I like to, that's not the right picture. That's not the right picture. I like to sit back and actually, I don't even know how this is up there. I like to sit back. I don't really like to jump to conclusions on these things. So I don't. I just sit back and enjoy the ride. I sit back and then, when the dust clears, the dust settles, then I begin to talk about the situations, and that's what I'm doing. The Roe versus Wade situation, it's fringy. It's cringy and both fringy on both sides. So I try my hardest not to get in the middle of it, and you guys know I'm a balanced guy, so I like to stay centered. I like to stay really balanced, and when things come about and it begins to disrupt my center, my balance, I get a little antsy. I get a little perturbed, and I don't really want anything to do with it. I like my peace. I'm more introverted. I like my peace. And when you have people claiming that the world is going to come to an end if you don't blow blue, the world is going to come to an end, and then you have people on the other end saying if you don't vote red, everybody's going to turn into the harlots and the world's going to come to an end. You begin to get a little razzled. You begin to get a little razzled. So that's where we're at. But let me rewind a little bit. We're going to have plenty of time to talk about that. Let me rewind and talk to you guys about why I'm here, why I'm doing what I do, and the reason I do what I do. If you've been rocking with me for a while, if you've been rocking with me since day one, you know what's going on. Goaty Goat, how you doing out there? I hope you're doing all right. I'm not doing too bad myself. I hope you can hear everything well. Doing well on this side, and welcome to the den. Welcome to the channel. If you've been rocking with me since day one, like I said before, if you've been with me, if you've been a loyal member, a loyal viewer of the channel, you know that my original statement and my original um mission statement was to expose the ratchetness, expose the dysfunctional behavior in the community, as well as the community of all colors, but I am of Negro sapiens descent. So you can see on my picture. So it's no reason to beat you over the head with that. But I have been taking a back seat to my exposing. I haven't been giving you that raw, um, unfiltered breakdown as I told you I was. And I begin to feel kind of bad because I said in the beginning I promised that. And I'm not giving it to you. But like I tell you guys all the time, the content makes itself and you can't make this stuff up. So what did I see today? Or matter of fact, what did I see yesterday? It was actually yesterday. I'm gonna pull this up. Hold it up. Let me see right here. Get that going. Enlarge that. And I'm gonna play this video in a minute, but we often talk about the things that go on in this country, in this society, and then we begin to point fingers and we begin to talk down on each other and begin to give every excuse on the world and on which in which why things are going in the direction they are going, but we never really look at the problem, or we never really face it head on, because like you guys already know, the majority of the media and the majority of the things that are pushed in this country, in this society as it is today, is very soft. Everybody wants to be friends, everybody wants to be happy, nobody wants to be held accountable, and it begins to make an environment to where everything is everything. Everything is okay, and there's nothing that can be put on a chopping block. But you know what? That's not how I roll, guys. That's not how I roll. So let's look at this exhibit A, if you will. I seen this video, and by the way, this video has almost 700,000 views in 2 days. But we're gonna look at it. Let's look at it. Let's go ahead and play right now.
I'm finna break out right now. Hold on. Where you gonna break out? I'm F-I-E-E for nigga.
At the very beginning of the video, you already feel and you can already smell the ratchetness through the screen. FNF. F Ninja Free. I'm going to try to keep it as clean as I can today, but you seen it right there. You seen it first hand. These women are out here emboldened by the ratchetry, the hyena hood, and they're doing it with no remorse. Now, look, this is not a shame, blame, and explain podcast.
Nope.
It's not SBE.
Nope.
You know, that's not what this is. What I do is what I do is bring this at front, bring this stuff front and center. I bring it front and center, put it in attention to everybody to view, and we're going to talk about it and break it down. It's not SBE. I am just exposing. Because it is what it is. These women are going to do what they want to do. They're going to do everything in their power to do what they want and to do everything they need to do, because they are challenged, and they are going unchallenged to do these things. Nobody is stopping them from doing what they want to do. You know, everything is all good. We are in a place to where nothing can be shamed, nothing can be talked down upon, and everybody can just live this free life. You know, this is the exact example of what happens when you live a life unchallenged and you live in a culture that is unchallenged. You get this, but let me keep going. Exhibit B right there in the corner. What is that in the corner right there? In the top left hand of the corner, you see Exhibit B. Looks like a 30, 40 pound, maybe a 1, 2, 3-year-old baby in the middle of these women popping their coochies on the screen for everybody to see. But this doesn't do anything to the community at all, right? This doesn't do anything to damage, to damage the image of the black woman. No, it doesn't at all. It doesn't. We're all just crazy. We're all nuts. We're all trying to police everybody's body, and it is all us that are crazy and wrong, right? Yeah, it just is what it is. It's just us. It's not you guys. It's not the toxicity of today's culture. It's just us. Let's keep it going. Yeah, yeah, and yeah. Back, Satan. Oh my God, that is, that is what it is. That's where we're at, people. Like I said, it's not about shaming. It's not about blaming. Well. I take that back. Let me hit the brakes.
Nope.
I am going to shame, but I don't have to explain. I'm more so having fun. That's why I'm saying. I'm going to say. I'm going to say it's shaming in the hopes for my entertainment as well as others, and I hope people can learn from it. But am I trying to change these women? No, I'm not. These women now. In the Western culture and Western society, it is what it is, and I'm not trying to stop them. You guys continue to do what you want to do, because when you continue to do what you do, you continue for me to be able to make this wonderful content that I'm making today. So I appreciate you. I give you a round of applause for that. Oh man, that's it. It's crazy. We talk about all these different things, about all these people, about all these outside influences messing with the culture and the society that we live in today. We blame a lot of things on other people, but we yet to look on the inside. We yet to check the things that we do to ourselves that impact the very day-to-day livelihoods of our people. We do that. That's what we do. Let's see what you say. Go. Turn lemon into lemonades. Yeah. Lemonade. Yes, I do. That is what I do. That is what I do personified. I turn lemons into lemonade. If you don't, I always this is something I always say. It's either if it's either you laugh at it or you cry about it. And I don't have any time or have any energy to cry over the things like this. I don't. I don't at all. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to do any of that. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. The problem that I have is with a lot of this stuff going on in the community is that when you can't challenge it. When you do, you're policing your bodies. You're trying to tell them, you're judging. You're being judgmental. You're doing everything wrong. In stifling their womanhood, and you're putting a roadblock for them trying to just be free, liberated women. You know, you can't you're not letting them be the pawns of the sexual liberation that they want to be. So you sit back, like the society, like the women's culture has told us to do for years. You sit back, you don't do anything, and then things begin to build and build and build. And then when things get ratchet, when things get tore down, when things get dilapidated, when homes are destroyed from whole culture, you know, then they want to turn around and say the men aren't doing the jobs that they're supposed to be doing. They're not taking care of business. They're not taking care of homes. They're not doing any of that stuff. And it's still all your fault. So I say, fellas, if it's going to be your fault, regardless if they're winning or losing, you might as well do what you want to do and have fun with it. What's up, Bells G? How you doing tonight? Hope you're doing okay. Not doing too bad. Like I said, it's been a while. So we're talking. We're just sitting back and taking a look at the things that are going on in America on all sides. Because this is American culture. You can try to deny it. You can try to hide it, but it is what it is now. It's American culture because these people have let it be American culture. They have used and abused the women of the inner city, and they don't even know it. How else would you be able to be ridiculed or be able to be talking down on, and then people like the Catch Me Outside girl come and do the same thing and are now $50 million richer? If you don't see what's going on now, you will never see what's going on, and you will never understand. And you also get fought back because of that. Well, white people do it. White people do it. White people can do it. They could be ratchet, and but there's a difference. There's a difference between other cultures and ours. Other cultures kind of stick their ratchetness in the corner. They often put it in a closet. They put the ratchet in a closet, or put the ratchet in the back like the black sheep of the family, and they kind of just detach themselves from it. But not us. For some reason, we put this stuff on a pedestal, and we let other people from outside put that on a pedestal, use us, give us the old black exploitation heave ho, and then we're sitting here in the rubble, in the midst of everything that is gained, looking crazy with a destroyed culture and a destroyed community, and with nothing to show for it. Now, then this begins to make people believe that blacks have no culture, that everything about black is ratchet, and it's not. I think of this as a subculture. Ratchetness is a subculture that is ran by a predominantly female ran left leaning media. That is what it is. If men were to do half the things that these women are doing now, we will be canceled, will we be put off, will we be drugged and put in some kind of rusty cage, hoping that we can be conformed to the community that we are in as America. But I'm just talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. What's up, Bells G? You said that video was gross. Bells, it's the community. It wasn't gross. This is what they do. You should be happy for them too. And I believe a lot of the problem is with what's going on right now. It's because, like I said before, it's going uncontested, and men can't say anything. We don't have a right to say anything. You see it now with the whole Roe v. Wade thing. We don't need to be saying anything. We need to take a back seat to everything that's going on, woman related, and sit there and worry about ourselves. Well, this is where the women come in, because you guys are going to have to, if you guys can't do that. You guys can't put your heads in the sand and begin and keep saying everything's going to be all right, and then leave it to the men to fight their battles. But then you can be vehemently against what these women are doing, but you won't stand up and denounce the toxicity of the culture. That is an issue. Let me read some of these. Sorry to say, American women ain't what they used to be. Heading to Brazil before the world gets to the but you Goaty Goat, you got to watch out, because these women have phones, these women have the internet, and if one of the shows that I sit up and watch that I think is interesting is, what is it, 90 Day Fiance, where the guy or the girl goes overseas to get a woman or a man that is not tainted by American culture. But what I'm beginning to realize with watching these shows, that this stuff has nearly permeated every inch of the globe. This consumerism, this ratchetness, this outright defiant behavior is reaching every part of the globe. And if you're not careful going to Brazil or going over to Asia, you will get played just like you would over here. And it's nuts. Sorry about that. It's nuts. Let me see. You said truth. Let the people left got people. Yeah, the left do got people looking crazy. Women get pregnant now. Dudes got vaginas. Listen to Malcolm. Nothing more. Yep, dangerous. Yep. It's not. And the thing is, it's not all of them. People need to realize that no matter what, if you've been indoctrinated to any one side, call it brainwashing. If you begin to grow and get out into the world, and all you can do is act, or react off of what your parents and people that are around you told you to do, then you're brainwashed. If you can't sit back and look at things for the way they are and make your own conclusion out of the situations that are going on, then you are brainwashed. If you can't sit there and call spade a spade, yes, Donald Trump said some crazy things, but you turn around and look at Joe Biden. Has Joe Biden not said some crazy things? Who else? Who else is Donald Trump has said, like I said, some crazy things, but then you get somebody in here that outright tells black people that if they don't vote for him, you are not black. That was the worst, one of the worst things I've ever heard a politician say to a black person's face, is telling me that my blackness is predicated on voting for you. Is the most that right there should have made everybody's stomach turn, in which I don't understand. I really don't understand. But that's where we're at. Brazilian women cut up too. Yes, right, right. Bells G, they do cut up. They do cut up. And it's almost like you have to, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna go and do that, more power to you. But you have to get a traditional, almost what they call it when you go over to Britain and you talk to gypsies, the country girls, and then you got the gypsy. I think they call them like country girl. I can't remember how it goes but some of them aren't really hip, and they might not be as stylish as you want, but they are more down to earth and more willing to just be a human and not be all sold and caught up into all this ratchetness, because even those gypsies get down too. Yeah, right. Ratchet. It's getting there. It's getting there. Go ratchetness is beginning to be worldwide, and it's because of this technology. Technology can be a gift, and it is. It's a gift and a curse. It brings us. It makes the world smaller. It brings us together. It gives us the ability to get our messages across, continents, but it also gives the ability for for cancerous ideals to permeate the far reaches of the world too, and you're seeing it firsthand. Let's see what's going on here. A lot of these women are trifling. Let me get that up there. A lot of these women are trifling and dangerous. They are. They are. They are. You know. It's getting to a point to where you said not North Korea. No, Korea ain't the old Kim Jong Un ain't having it. Kim Jong Un ain't having it. They not letting in none of that stuff in there. Anything they watch is gonna be filtered through. And hey, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta watch what I say about the old Kims while I'm live on the air. Excuse me, I'm getting kind of stuffy too, kind of stuffy. But the Roe v. Wade thing, this all goes to it's going to tie into the Roe v. Wade thing, because a lot of the culture, a lot of the women being wild and free and sexually liberated has also led to the issues that we're having now with indiscriminate sex, unwanted pregnancies, child support. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. Child support, baby mama, and alienating the father from the kid's life. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. It's and so on and so forth. The liberated cult, sexual liberated culture, and not being able to challenge women or challenge anything that anybody else would deem I'll say it just say not good. Anything that a person that feel that they needed to challenge one of these women about, you can't do it, because we are now in a shame-free society. So you add the shame-free, and I believe there should be a little shame. There should be a little shame, because the shame, that little bit of shame gave you that conscience on your shoulder before you did something. You already had the logic in your brains, right? You already had the logic of what would happen if you had indiscriminate sex, right? You knew that either you couldn't get a disease or you could bring a unwanted child into the world. You had that basic human knowledge that could happen, right? But then you had the devil and angel conscience on your shoulder. A lot of the times it looked like Big Mama. You know, what would she say if I came home pregnant by Debo across the street? You know, what would she say if I came home, with this or with that, or if she had to take me down to get a penicillin shot because I got a venereal disease? What would I feel? What would the public shame make me feel? And it was kind of a deterrent, you know, it was kind of a deterrent from a lot of the things, or a lot of the ways these women are now. You could have an extra bit of conscience or roadblock there without actually physically making any laws or getting in the way of any physically getting in the way of what these women were doing. Okay. I guess I'd get Bell's. Okay, Bell's in there doing the good work, doing the Lord's work today. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, by the way, too. Appreciate that. I need all the help I can get because you know how YouTube does. If you're not in here making mukbang videos or yelling playing video games, they ain't gonna push you. You're gonna have to push yourself, and it's okay. It's okay because some of these things need to be talked about. Mental health, men's mental health. Keeping yourself in shape, keeping yourself on the straight and narrow, business talk. These things need to be had. Everything isn't always about okay, I got you, Goaty Goat. Let me see. Say give you a range. Yeah, I got you. Just a second. Go over here to the side real quick. Let me if I can catch it. All right, now that that's stopped, I can click this little thing right here. And I got you. All right, got you. Go to go. You are now modded up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming to the channel. I appreciate you subscribing and putting on that notification. Make sure you get the word out because we need more balanced content. We need more people out there that are willing to be devil's advocate for the people. See both sides, be able to understand what's going on and not just jumping to one conclusion or the other. Being fringe, like I say often, being fringe, we don't need that. We need more people out here that are actually willing to do that. So that's what I do. I also put my foot on these people's necks. So that is what I do. I'm not going to shy away and say I don't do that, but we like to keep it as fair and balanced as possible. uh, and like I said before, the whole Roe versus Wade has been a topic the topic of discussion, and it's been broke down by so many people. If you don't know Roe versus Wade, if you don't know this whole thing, just go look. Just go back. Don't take my word for it. Go Google Roe versus Wade. Really read it. Really understand it, and then get into the discussion. Don't just take Fox News, or don't take CNBC's news and believe that if Roe versus Wade is gone, and then all of a sudden black people are going to lose the right to vote, and then black people are going to be slaves again, and the Handmaid's Tales is coming, be coming to fruition. And I've heard all of that stuff in the last few days or so, and it's to the point to where, like I said before, you're messing with my zen, you're messing with my comfort, you're messing with my comfortability, and I don't like it. And, you start talking friends like that, and if you start talking about going way off into the deep end, it's dangerous. And a lot of people get all of their news and all of these things from these news outlets. So it's very important that we have independent people that can actually give people the opportunity to talk, give people the opportunity to let their thoughts out, let them be aware of what's going on and not just say be able to or have to take exactly what the mainstream media is telling you and then shut up and go sit down in the corner. That's not what we're going to do. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to do different. So what you guys think, man? What's on your guys' mind? You know, I'm not going to stay on here long. You guys hear I'm kind of stuffy. And I was cool until I got on here yelling and then my damn nose started getting stuffy again. So what do you guys have? You guys have anything else or anything on you guys' mind that we need to talk about, or any topics that I can make videos on in the near future? Let me know that. Otherwise, I'm going to pull. Yeah, I should have had some of that stuff pulled up, but I didn't pull it up. You know, I just had to get in and get out, get in there and start going. You know, I start procrastinating a lot, so it's hard for me to get on sometime if I just don't push the broadcast button. So, oh man, let's see. Let's just do the old Google. Yeah, right now I'm looking at. Yeah, I guess there's protest. There's protest over the abortion ruling right now. I believe they said they had to gate up the Supreme Court building to make sure people didn't rush in again and having the insurrection part two. Now they're saying CNN is saying Biden advisor on the economic impact of overturning Roe versus Wade. Right now, you see that. Right now, I think that's deserving of a click. Move this over here if I can. All right, let's see.
You're probably thinking that these two are in some sort of
Don't see no
lovers'
ad. Come on now.
No. They're both invested in green energy and also each other.
Digital tools so impressive, you just can't stop. What would you like the power to do?
I have a question for you about this abortion draft decision, and hang with me because it does make sense why I'm asking you about this. If it stands, what do you expect that the effect is going to be on women participating in the workforce and in the economy?
Yeah, that is such an important question. And for all the other extremely important questions, that's one we probably haven't heard enough of over the past couple of days. Some of our most rigorous and high quality economic research, and by that I mean research that really establishes causation, asks about this very question. And it finds that when you deny access to reproductive rights in general, but abortion rights in particular to women, they have persistently worse economic outcomes. Financially, it's like losing a job. It's like being evicted. It's like losing health insurance. It's like going to the hospital in terms of its impact on their finances. If you look at occupation, earnings, education, maternal health, all of those indicators are significantly damaged when we restrict access to abortion. Again,
So I'm gonna ask you this question: is it really that many people out here having, getting down? Is it that many people in here, pumping and dumping to where they're getting pregnant so often that they have to get abortions in order to not lose their jobs? Or is it just me? I might be out of touch. I might just be a little bit out of touch. I don't know. I might be just a little out of touch. But if they're out there bumping and grinding like that, we got another issue.
And some of our highest quality research consistently finds it. And it finds that these effects are most pernicious for women of color and for younger women. So this is
Y'all hear that? Women of color. Women of color. They're saying that you guys are at the defective and at the top of that issue. You know why? They don't tell you. They just tell women of color you're more susceptible to having issues by not having abortion rights than anybody else. See the normal person that you would get a little bit upset about them telling you that you are somewhat defective or somewhat at higher risk. Are you not tired of being at higher risk for everything as Black people? Your higher risk is for diabetes, you're higher risk for this, you're higher risk than that. And we need to give you this, or we need to pop this pill in your mouth instead of looking at the actual issues. Everything needs to be babysat. Everybody needs to be babysat. Everybody needs to have their hand held, but nobody wants to actually look at the issues that are causing you to be at the top of these susceptibilities.
It's a justice issue, it's a liberty issue, it's a women's rights issue, of course, health issue first and foremost, personal decision, but it is also at its core here an economic issue, particularly for younger women and women of color.
So then, Jared, would you expect that red states would take a bigger hit economically?
Certainly, I would expect, based on a set of research that shows.
So now they're telling you, you don't need to support Roe versus Wade. It could be overturned because it's going at your money, and we know all you got Republicans, all y'all care about is money, so you don't need to do it. See, this is the stuff I'm telling you about. You guys need to really guard yourself, guard your minds, because these media outlets do what they do. This is what they are trained to do. They are trained to make things sensational. They are trained to, not to make them sensational, but only cover the sensational things, because sensational things get money. Sensational things bring in viewers. Sensational things just outright gives you the power to put eyes on your product. And that's what it is. That's why you never see when let's say a shooting happens and it's not involving either a mass shooting, or it's involved with the opposite of the white on black stuff that you see. You never see those things blasted in the media. Even though a life is a life and a life is important, you never see that blasted in the media. What you see is what they want to show you to get you upset. And I also caught this before. I caught this thing happening. I want you guys we're going to watch the rest of this, and I want you to understand this.
Shows the devastating and persistent economic costs to women who don't have access to abortion, especially if you're someone in a state who doesn't have the income to go to a different state. So again, we are looking at another kind of inequality to America kind of dynamic here. Look, if you're a wealthy person in a place without access.
So how about we fix the dysfunction in our cultures instead of teaching everybody it's okay to just go out there and give your coochie to everybody and it's okay? How about we how about we start practicing not doing that for as long as possible to keep yourself in a position of power, so you're not in a position where you have to go get abortions in the first place.
You can probably get yourself to a place where you can access an abortion. But if you're someone who doesn't have those resources, and again, this is what the research shows unequivocally, your financial conditions, your occupational opportunities, your education, your earnings, your health, we've seen solid results in terms of family formation. So there's just all of these costs will fall.
Second. Hey man, good. Hey, I appreciate you coming by the channel, Goldie Go. Hey, make sure you all come back. Make sure we always have different things going on here, and I feel like this just needed to be talked about tonight. But I appreciate you coming through, man. Make sure you come back to the channel and share the videos as well. Thank you. Get to these comments real fast. You said, okay, Bells, you said, so here are the thoughts. How does one say that the world is severely overpopulated, that there is there is only so much space and food shortages, hence there are starving people? Let's see. On top now, wait a minute. On top of now, you want to overturn Roe v. Wade, creating more burps and stress through world population. Yeah, there is no world. There is no overpopulation. There is no overpopulation. They are now. If you look in the aspects of Africa and actually having those deserts and actually having those famines, they have food. They can have food shortages. But as far as being overpopulated here, they're not overpopulated, and that was the next thing I want to get into before let me go ahead and finish this. But I don't want to screen anymore.
Most severely on those who are unable to access abortion should Roe come down.
Okay, we got that. All right. So that is what that part of it is. It is what it is. That's what's going on. You got the left and right being completely extreme, trying to scare everybody into doing what they want to do. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that where all this is coming to a head, and you guys, this is where you guys need to do your research on your own outside of these platforms. Birth rates, the birth rates in Caucasian America as well as Black America is down. I have different talks with people all the time. I don't have the percentages here, but maybe next time I come on, I have some of the percentages. Scientists are very, very smart. You already know that scientists are smart. They are non-biased, and they do for the most part, they are non-biased. You don't know everybody, so I'm saying that research is non-biased. And they can tell you within the nearest 50 years where Caucasians will not be the majority in America. This isn't racist thing. This is just numbers. If you like science like I do, it's just numbers. We watch it all the time. If you watch the movie The Time Machine, you kind of got a glimpse of that. When you put people in a melting pot, you no longer have white and black. After at the end of the day, you get intermingling. People come together and that become one giant race. Like it started like that, and then the world branched out, and then once again everybody intermingles, and it happens again. That is what will actually happen to the United States, because we are a melting pot. Now you throw that on there. Do you throw that the majority will no longer be Caucasian at to the nearest 50 years? Then you put down low birth rates. You don't know, back in the 1920s, 30s, people didn't care. We already didn't have money, so people had as many kids as they want to help, and especially to help them work fields if they had farms and so on. They didn't have to hire people because you had kids to help tend the fields and tend the farms. You don't have that anymore. Now the society has changed. Society has turned into one of which you need schooling, you need education. They put yourself, your needs over everybody else's. A very selfish society we have turned into. We have put having children to the side, because the more children you have, the less you'll be able to buy the things that you want, be able to live the lifestyle, because that's what it's all about now, the lifestyle that you want, right? You're not able to live that lifestyle, and what do? You don't have kids. Then you tack on the infant mortality rate on top of that, and you keep piling things on top of that. And what do you have? You have a negative amount of deaths than you do to the amount of birth that you are having in your bubble, in your society, in America, as we're talking about right now. So scientists know this. Politicians are seeing this. Do not think that this whole Roe versus Wade thing has been some kind of whole some kind of morality issue. Like it was all of a sudden the switch was turned and America just needed to be moral again and go back to its moral roots. This has nothing to do with morality. This has everything to do with preservation. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be preserved or fair preservation. It's only natural. Why would you want your anything to die out? You know, China did the same thing. You remember, if you go back, you remember China put strict rules on only being able to have one child in the per marriage. Now they have overturned that because the numbers aren't in their favor. They're going into a negative turnover rate to where they're not producing enough people to continue the country on if it was going in the same direction. This is what is happening now. They want to be able to replenish numbers. And it is what it is. I don't have a dog in this fight one way or other. I never get into the moral issue of what women want to do. My biggest thing is, if I did have any a point or have any thing to say about it at all, you guys pay for your own deals. You guys pay for your own procedures. It shouldn't be up to the taxpayers to pay for your incidents, you know, for you wanting to not want to carry on or have a fetal deletion. That is up to you, and you should be able to have that, but you should also be able to afford that which you are trying to get, and it shouldn't be to the state or to anybody else to pay for that right there. Now, if people have donations, if people have different funds to be able to help people out, so be it. But people shouldn't be forced to pay for any of that. That's the only thing I have to say about it. What a world! What a world! Only America. Only in America. You said free Johnny Depp. Johnny gonna be all right. Johnny gonna be all right. I think my next video is gonna be on the unholy trinity. The unholy trinity. What do you guys think about that? You guys want to hear about the unholy trinity next time, or you think it's gonna be a dud? It is what it is now. We're just having fun. We're not at the point to where we're big and we got to watch what everybody wants to do. So call foul on me if you want to. Flag on the play. All right, guys, it's been about an hour. I just wanted to get back in here and see you guys, enjoy you guys. What do you say? Yep. No aborts as a form of birth control. I say it is what it is. I'm not kind of trying to control anybody. I'm not kind of trying to control anybody. You know, like they say, I don't have a uterus, so I can't say anything about it. But hey, you remember, guys, men can have babies too now. Men can have babies too. So we don't get to sit at the round table. Men can have babies too now. At least that's what they tell me. All right, guys, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to mess with you guys anymore. I don't want to make you guys head hurt. My nose stuffed up. I need to go get some medicine, get something to eat because I'm hungry. You guys be safe. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you next time. Make sure you get in the comment section of my videos. Make sure you share them. Make sure you I appreciate your interaction. So keep doing what you're doing. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Peace out.